online where, you know, there's a guy asking what he needs to do since his wife's friend asked him for financial help. Now, he didn't exactly say what the financial help was for, but he says he knows that his wife doesn't know that her friend has asked him for money. So there's two sides to this. He doesn't know whether to even tell the wife that, oh, your friend asked me for money. Or, you know, like, should he tell her? Should he tell her? Or should he just give the money?
Roundabout way, the question is, what should he do?
Exactly.
Run. Straight up, I'm the only guy here, so I'm going to tell you. But I'll say this, yeah. First off, that friendship is getting to the elbow, and I don't even know whether to call it a friendship in the first place, because if it's your wife's friend, then are you guys considered friends? And what's the relationship between you and your wife? And I said that deliberately. What's the relationship between you and your wife?
Yeah, married.
Before it sounds like it's a weird
What
question.
type of marriage?
What kind of marriage? Because is your wife going to understand that my friend reached out to you for aid and then you now gave without asking me? Like, okay, she needed it. After all, we all know each other. Or is it
but on the other hand, if he tells the wife that the friend approached him in the first place, doesn't that indicate or implicate
a sense of familiarity already?
Yeah, that what the wife now asks, wait, why did she think she could
reach out to you?
No, and I think it's that kind of thinking that now makes things more complicated. Do you understand? Because most times something happens that shouldn't happen. My husband is like, his facial expression first will be like, why is this person? No, like, why is this person even sending me? Like, what's happening? Just like, what's going on? And like, I just feel it depends on the relationship between everybody, right?
As the only man here, please, I'm telling you, ladies,
stop it.
give us the handbook so we know page what to do when one's friend asks for because these diverse opinions.
Tell it all. So you're saying don't tell? Are you saying don't tell?
I'm saying it depends. It really depends. Because what if you don't give the woman the money, and then the woman now goes to tell the wife something else?
Listen, we won't finish the conversation.
No reason why you should tell her now. I think it's fresh.
Let us know as the show goes on. Let's do the weather real quick, because you have an anecdote?
I do.
Yeah, quick.
Let's not rain on your parade. Tell your wife.
Whoa.
The weather. Morning and welcome. My name is Mazino Appeal. It's time for the news. For our first story, would like to advise viewers' discretion. Now, at least 5 persons have been killed following an explosion that occurred at an illegal bunkering site in Ohaji Ebema, local government area of Imo State. Spokesperson of the police command, Henry Okoye, says the unfortunate incidents happened due to the illegal activities of oil thieves at Obiti Rubber Estate, popularly known for activities of oil vandals. According to him, 5 vandals were killed, a fuel tanker burnt down, and several properties and farmlands destroyed. Some villagers who were on ground when the incident occurred said there was a clash between rival oil thieves while investigation into the incident and possibly arrests of the culprits. Now let's take you to the National Assembly. next week over the state of the economy and free fall of the naira. Chairman of the Senate's Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions, Tokunbo Abiri, announced this sermon earlier yesterday after the panel met in Abuja. Mr. Abiru said the state of the nation's economy, especially the inflation index, was of great concern to the Senate. He also mentioned critical issues have been addressed and they believe the next line of action is to summon the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to brief properly on the state of the economy. And a federal high court in Abuja has issued a warrant for the arrest of Chief of Staff to the Governor of Rivers State, Edison Ehi, and 5 other persons over alleged involvement in the burning of the State House of Assembly. Justice Emeka Nweti granted an order for their arrest while delivering ruling in an ex parte application brought before him by the Inspector General of Police. The ex parte application was based on sections 37, 113, 114, 84, and 184 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 and sections 35 of the 1999 Constitution. And in sports, ahead of the Super Eagles Qatar quarterfinals rather, against Angola on Friday, first choice goalkeeper Stanley Wabili is back in training. Media manager of the team, Babafemi Raji, early on Wednesday on TVC Sports Show, Sports Desk, said the medical crew have not confirmed that he will be available for the match.
I wouldn't say if he will be available for selection on Friday against Angola, but the good thing is he's been working with the physios, walking during training, and also the physios are working on him to ensure he's in good shape. Little touches with the ball and all those stuff. But we'll wait and see what happens.
And that's all we have for the news and sports. Thank you very much for joining us for a Thursday edition. Let's get on now to more Wake Up Nigeria coming up.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Hey team, my name is Adobe Israel, a personal trainer with iFitness, and today I'm going to show you 4 simple exercises you can do to target your upper body. This workout isn't specific to just females, but also men. So if you're ready, let's go. The first thing we're going to start with is back extension. So grab a mat. All you have to do is lay on the floor. I need you laying all the way down. You're going to have your hands. So imagine you want to swim, yeah? Have your hands forward. Bring those hands to the back, chest out. Bring forward and take it back. Remember, we're imitating the swimming position. So we're going to do that for 12 reps. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is targeting our back muscles. 5. Right, that was so easy. Next thing we're doing is shoulder taps. So for this one, you're going to be in the plank position. Now this is targeting the upper body, but we also want to target the abs here. So what you're going to do, palms underneath your shoulders, come into a high plank, keep your abs engaged, tight. Hold here as you tap your shoulders for 1. Alternating sides. I'm going to do that for another 12 reps. You ready? In 3, 2, 1. Let's walk. 1, 2. Control. 3. Try not to move your hips too much. 4, 5. Remember, we're engaging the abs here too. We got 1 more. Cool. All right. Now that was for your shoulders, your triceps. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to do regular push-ups, yeah? So, for regular push-ups, come up, go back, up, and back. That's modified. We're doing the advanced version. Your legs are all the way up. Remember, abs are engaged. Take a deep breath as you go all the way down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Biceps, triceps, chest, shoulders, back, fully burning. That's so amazing. All right, so we have one last one. Now this is called the plank up, down. Three, 4, 5. All right. Quick, simple, 4 simple routines you can do at home to get that quick upper body pump. Men, women, this is for you. I hope you liked it. See you next time.
Winfred, what a big cup today. What is
It's one of her beautiful
Yeah. FPG.
mugs
growing in size.
for pageant girls.
Growing in
Gymming
size.
or something.
I love it.
Or what?
You know, the weather has been really dry and
It
hot.
has been.
So,
Last
yeah.
night was still.
And you definitely need
There
to
was
hydrate.
no
Stay
wind
hydrated.
last night.
Those-
Wow. Marble floor
It's
to the
Lagos.
rescue.
Anyways, I have a story, right?
Good.
So, I mean, social media has always been very generous with us with gist and conversations, right? So, there's this story about this lady. So, she's actually asking a question. What should she do, as they always do, right? So, she's talking about how she worked at a particular building for quite a while, and then there was a man that literally owned an office.
Older man.
An older man that owned an office. I mean, he owned the entire office, so
Yeah,
of course he would be
big
older.
man.
And he was on her case for over a year, asking her out, but she knew he was married with grown kids and was still married, but he kept on that. So, like, she said her thing was never to do like married men. So she never, but I mean, he got her gifts, and I mean, as a single girl, they buy gifts. She collected the gifts and all of that. So years later, I mean, she's resigned, she's moved on in her life. She randomly runs into this guy at a party, at a wedding party, and then she sees him, and she's like, oh, okay. She goes to greet him. Oh, good afternoon, sir. Oh, I saw you. And everything. She's like, oh, come on, it's my son. She followed him to meet the son. She now met the son. They exchanged numbers and started chatting.
Alrighty.
And since the day they met at the party, they've been chatting and gisting every single day.
And
now this guy is her spec, the age she wants, she likes him, they're into
money.
each other.
Has money.
So
Is
she's
that
not asking.
heir to a building at least?
In Ikoyi, perhaps.
She's not asking, what should I do? Should I tell him his father was on my case?
Wow.
Or should I just let it slide? However, when they met at that wedding, the father was still winking at her.
Hey, bad guy. Okay,
That's
so,
Daddy, on your case.
yeah. So
Breathe.
okay, so I think it would have just been better if you didn't meet the son. That's just me.
That's not the point.
No,
She has
no,
met
no.
the son now. What should
Because-
she do?
Because I feel like if I was a guy and I realized that a particular girl I like is also my father's spec, I would feel very irritated.
Like father, like son now. Exactly. The apple does not fall far from the tree.
Because
But it's known that men actually marry
Very true.
resemblers of their mother.
Exactly.
So,
And if that was your father's choice,
Exactly.
you can imagine that would be your choice. You
Yeah.
find your own.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not a guy, right? But there's no way he can find out if she truly ever agreed for the father. There's no way in his mind, he will always have that suspicion that, a whole
something might have
year,
happened. Okay.
And then the gifts, only goodness knows how many of the gifts
she doesn't have to bring that up.
Listen,
Why doesn't she bring
as a
it up?
representative for all men them out there, listen, I think we need to really critically dissect what the concerns are. Is she concerned that interests in her? So there are two different things. First one, would the son be any type of way, I would say no. Because men are men, man. We're like, Papa, Yusuf, Father, Poppy.
This is your wife. This
No,
is
I'm
like
talking
sharing,
about the relationship between the son
like
and the father
sharing
now.
your toothbrush with your dad.
No, that hasn't happened. Listen.
Are you sure?
Don't make I don't know, but listen,
She said, and we take her word for it, nothing
exactly.
happened.
I don't think that would spoil the relationship between father and son. It's just like,
Yeah.
my father has always been a runs guy anyway.
Yeah.
It's okay. However, the other concern now is whether the father will still have his eye on
the girl.
my problem is that Yoruba tradition, and I'm hoping that the Yoruba, of where during the traditional marriage, they ask you to go and sit on your father-in-law's lap and your mother-in-law's lap. What will arise then?
Wow.
Is my question.
Interesting.
However,
Choice of words, Mazina. Matters arising could lead to...
Yeah, no. However, I just think that wow, man, their wahala has started even before they get married. They would really need to have a very, very good conversation.
Yeah.
That might even involve his mother as well.
Yeah, so, but the issue now is he's now realizing that his father was trying to cheat on his mother.
You think he didn't know?
Right?
So now, yeah, so I was going to come there. I was going to come there and come from a position of, I just assume that we are normal. Because I don't understand why Mazino is talking about guy. You're right. I'm telling you that your father was checking me while still married to your mother. You're telling me that men. No. So I want to come from just assume that we are all normal.
Yeah.
And then I'm just thinking of the hurts that will literally arise, considering the fact that, okay, fine, I mean, come on, like, you're still married to mommy, why are you doing this and all of that, right?
That.
And of course, there is that, right? And the man still, like, giving her eye, even at the wedding, I just still think that, I mean, if she actually gets into that situation, it might just still be, we've heard of situations where, I mean, people's fathers are literally sleeping with their daughter-in-laws and stuff like that. So it's just quite twisted.
We've heard of cases where the first child of that marriage could even be the father.
Hey,
to be very honest, I think true. Yes. So I just think
there's such a resemblance between the father and son. You probably never know.
So the question is, okay, should she just let sleeping dogs lie, or should she bring it up? In my opinion, I think the truth will always just set you free, right? And I mean, I feel she should probably just bear it all. If they can stand the test of
bear
that
it all
time,
by telling, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I'm even thinking as far as...
And even red flag for her.
Red flag for her, how so?
The father, like son.
Yeah.
Marry. I know. I will calculate it too. I'm just saying. It's generational, you know, there are generational things that pass on from generation to generation.
It is.
Yeah, except the man decides to break generational curses on his...
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the conversation, how that conversation is going to take place.
So, baby, so, you know...
I just wanted to tell you this. Basically it, and then that's, I mean, from there on, like, I can imagine the guy's line of thought, like, as in, he's also going to be quite confused. And he would have to be that bigger conversation.
That's huge.
Yeah. No, I think that mom's part.
So on his part, I think he might be more reluctant to get married.
Yeah.
More reluctant than she would be to get married to him.
Yeah.
Because he knows the extent, the impact it will have on his
family. Exactly. If anything were to peradventure one day she's sad and something happened, the husband travel and then the father-in-law. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's an entire Nollywood movie.
So if we go, let's even bring it to Hollywood now, because he's the heir to a building, at least.
Dynasty.
So
a dynasty. Wait. If you qualify everything, fight between the father and son, the guy you wanted to marry, he's your spec now because he has money. By the time the father cut him off now, you don't have money again.
True, there's even that. The father might also oppose the wedding. True.
Like, seriously.
Oppose the union, yeah.
Or say he's not giving the boy the money because of the girl he decided to marry.
Let me make it worse. Father-in-law says, I will sponsor your wedding and you guys will have a grand life. But only if you...
What?
As another movie.
Baba, rest with your money, please. Rest with your money.
In any case, this is just a recipe for, I don't know,
Go anywhere.
It's just
trauma at
problematic.
least.
I
But
think just avoid, man. Just
I think
avoid
she
it.
should move on, to be
Move
honest.
on. All that money?
Yeah, let it go. It's
Just
not
leave
worth
it.
it.
There's more money in front. So
I-
other people
yeah,
have money. Other people that don't have their
I'm
fathers don't have
forced to
interest in
agree
it.
with you guys. I think moving on might be the best thing for this lady. As for the guy, I don't think it'll pinch him too much.
At all. He'll be with another babe in maybe 3 months.
We're not that bad, but
Yes, you are.
there's certain, yeah, perhaps, maybe. But what do you think? Would like to know. So do us a favor, use the hashtag WakeupnigeriaTVC. We're live on X and live on YouTube right now. You can actually make comments under those platforms. We'd like to know what your thoughts are regarding that story. Very interesting story, by the way.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll be back. Stay tuned. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Lagos is the most visited state in Africa as the 5th largest economy on the continent. Covering the state and its government is no mean feat. It's a busy beat. We go beyond the curtain of tapes to travel in far into the deep.
I want to thank the Lagos State government.
Ladies and gentlemen, multiple award-winning actor, producer, ambassador of Edo people, we have Etinosa Idemudia in the building.
Not be first to go police station, they win the case.
Is
So
she?
you are showing
No,
yourself.
I go say that's my second
You are
question.
feeling like a contact the prancing peacock. I'm about to cut your wings. Hello? Now, in the amalgamation of 1914, who was the woman who said, who drew the line of the amalgamation? They, who cut the report? Who is the person that used scissors? What is his name?
That woman.
Yeah,
drink.
You have done me dirty. I've marked your face. I've marked your face. If anything happened to me today,
I don't
if I don't reach my house. Anyway, I'm gonna be chauffeured, so.
You remember now, Abby? Yeah, but you never too thin. Now you remember.
Hey.
If a person who indulges habitually in watching a sexual material is called a voyeur.
That's what they're called.
You clearly say you don't go even get the next one.
Hey, a voyeur.
Voyeur.
Then go on. It's
What is a person who makes one
a
called?
voyeur. A voyagiste. A bon voyage.
Oats, so we are going to prepare it.
Yeah.
Then we are having it with geese dodo, a Lagosian delight, making use of a plantain, gizzard, some pepper, and garnish.
Oh, nice. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a full plate,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Paprika pudding, geese dodo, and the fruits. What are the fruits?
The fruits are for garnish for the tapioca.
Oh, really? Okay.
While the bell peppers are garnished for the
Geese
dodo.
dodo. Amazing stuff. Okay, now tell me, what do we need? Let's start with the tapioca. What exactly do we need for the tapioca?
Okay, for the tapioca, we need tapioca granules.
Okay.
We'll soak it for like an hour or two.
An hour or two?
Yeah, which is what we've done here.
Oh.
Then in a pot, we bring water to boil, pour in our tapioca, give it a good stir, add our coconut milk, freshly squeezed.
Ooh, that's good. Okay.
Then we'll cook till it's translucent. Then it's done. You take it off the heat.
Okay.
Then add your, if you are the sugar type, use sugar. If not, use honey, and some milk. Then our fruit garnish.
Okay, and that's
to make it healthy.
To make it,
yeah.
Okay, to balance it up.
To balance it
awesome.
up, to get enough fiber.
All right, and then for the geese dodo, I can see some flakes
coconut
here.
flakes, yes, it goes into the tapioca.
Tapioca as well.
Yeah.
All right, I think you just garnish with whatever you enjoy.
Basically with exotic fruits.
Exotic fruits, I like that. I like the sound of that. Okay, now for the geese dodo, tell me, what's the process? How do we make that?
Okay, we have our gizzard, boiled, diced, and our plantain, we'll dice as well. Fry the plantain first, keep aside. Fry the gizzard, keep aside. Then in a pan, put just minimal oil. put in your onions, let it fry a bit so that the flavor releases into the oil.
All right.
Then we had mashed pepper. This is basically Scotch bonnet.
Okay.
Fry it a little bit. Pour in the gizzard. Add your seasoning. Pour in the already fried plantain.
Okay.
Mix it up. Let it incorporate. Then add your bell peppers. They shouldn't be too cooked.
Okay.
The crunchier they are, the better.
That's awesome. All right, and then we're going to be serving them side by side. I've never seen this. This is with enjoyment of enjoyment.
One of the big deal in Lagos practice.
Yeah, gizo. No, of course I know gizo, but I'm saying gizo and tapioca. They don't seem to, but I mean, today we'll see how they come together nicely, right?
You know, protein are basically enhancement for other things.
Very true, very true. All right, that's nice. Okay, so now tell me, in this pepper mix here, what exactly do we have inside?
We have Scotch bonnet. We call it atarodo in Yoruba.
Okay.
Then we mix it up with a little bit of oil, sesame oil, blend, parsley, then that's all.
So just Scotch bonnet, so it's just pepper that's here?
Just pepper.
Interesting.
Just pepper.
All right, this is for, okay. All right, so now what exactly do we want us to start with? What do we start?
Okay, let's start with the gizdodo.
With the gizdodo, right? Okay, so now peel the plantain, cut it, and do all of that. All right, let me get you a knife.
Thank you.
So we can start with that. All right, this is something, how long do you think this will take, give or start? I mean, give or take.
Let's say 15.
15 minutes.
Let's say 15
minutes. Oh, really? Okay, great. Now tell me about you. Tell me about what you do. Tell me about, do you own a restaurant? Do you cook for deliveries, things like that?
I cook for events.
Oh.
I'm a big-time caterer. We make premium meals for parties, occasion, name it, we are there, indoor and outdoor.
Oh, nice.
And we do daily deliveries. Food in buckets, bowls, soups, for busy executives, unmarried people that don't have time to cook.
So if I say, come and cook for me, you say no? I should go and cook for my husband and myself.
No, we do.
People.
We do. We have different callings.
You have different callings?
Yes.
Okay.
What we do effortlessly, I may not be able to do it effortlessly.
True,
so why not contract out what you can do?
Yeah, true. Awesome.
That's
awesome. Now tell me, what is it about cooking for you that just keeps you going? Because a lot of people actually tag cooking as stressful.
Maybe because I'm the first child. My mom started teaching me very early.
Very early, yeah.
When I was in primary 6, I was the only kid cooking in my class.
Wow.
When I tell them I make a breakfast for my siblings and they will be like, no, I don't even go to the kitchen. But that's me for you.
That's it. Well, first of how many kids?
6.
Okay, that's easy.
First of 6.
Interesting, wow.
So when I was in the university, I didn't get a space in the hostel. I rented an apartment outside. So we have other students as well. But I was the only higher level student there. So the younger levels will come to me like they want to eat. I make food. I make meals that they readily can make. That they just have to get in their house.
Yeah.
So it now got to a stage when they bring their food stuff from home, they bring it to Auntie Bolanle's room. So that's how.
So they just bring it for you to cook with
so many years after graduation, and I told them I'm now a caterer, they're like, oh, yeah.
It makes sense.
We've been making our meals back then.
Ah, that's actually good. That means actually something you really enjoy doing.
I enjoy doing it.
Oh, that's amazing. It makes sense because my sister as well, my elder sister, she's not the first one, but she's the first girl. That's why she's always in the kitchen. She can just enter now and say she wants to make tea. By the time she comes out, you see soup, stew. I'm like, what's going on?
I'm like that.
Yeah, like that.
I'm like that.
All right, amazing. Okay, definitely great having you here. While we actually let you get into all of this cooking, we have a lot happening on the couch with Mazino and Tita. I think they're on the newspaper.
Well, you're right. A lot will be happening in just about a bit because it's an Artsy Tuesday. That means we have our art guest here. We have Igba Henry. He's a Delta State prolific painter and a graduate of the famous Auchi Polytechnic, Edo State, and the prestigious University of Lagos, Nigeria, where he specialized in painting, respectively. His studio practice spans over 2 decades of unwavering commitment in giving his artistic statement a visual expression. And his paintings, well, over the years, they've gained global recognition. Mr. Henry, you are welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you so very much.
Grand. Now, I noticed you didn't bring any of your pictures, but we're going to be showing a couple of them on the screen. We actually have been doing so since morning when we started. But first off, why is there such a big ado about your painting? Or paintings, rather, or style, or expressions, it goes on.
Well, my kind of style, you know, it's more of the impressionist, or what we call the impressionism. I also, you know, pinch from the post-impressionist, the post-impressionist movement. So it's a blend of the two. And my main emphasis has always been on usage of colors.
Usage of colors.
Colors to express my, you know, creative ideas.
We're going to take a look at a couple of these expressions that he's been talking about. But first off, when you say impressionist, an impressionist is who exactly? Because I hear that term a lot. Now, this is a sample of your work. I can see here a couple of them. And they're diverse. It goes from abstract to actual, you know, from human form to, you know, perhaps maybe, once again, abstract. So exactly who's an impressionist and how do we, the layman, get to understand what an impressionist's expressions are?
Well, from my first preamble, I made two categories, the impressionist and the post-impressionist. Now, for the impressionism, you know, its emphasis is on colors.
Colors.
And the effect of light on images. I think that's just the focus.
Okay.
While that of the post, you know, it's a little bit advanced.
Okay.
They took it further. Those artists of those era, they took it further. You know, they went beyond the limitations.
Okay.
They were looking at distortions.
Okay.
They were looking at stylizations. Okay. And that is why you have, if you take a good look at Van Gogh's, Vincent Van Gogh, George Seurat, Paul Gauguin, you know, these are post-impressionists. What they do, they de-emphasize the natural forms and, you know, comes in with distortions, you know.
So the way you tell of art, it makes it seem like as if it's a very elite type of hobby. Let me put it that way. But however, my question is, how do Nigerians embrace your form of art? And I mean the common man, for instance. Are they moved to want to perhaps own it as well as these people who are perhaps more Puritan in their wants? Let me put it so. I'm talking about the division of class now and how they interact with your art.
That's true. It depends on, now for the elite, you know, when you come across them, find the peak, they love the peak. Now for the average,
like
when they see it, they like it. But sometimes you also put them into consideration and, you know, try to strike a balance and get them what they're able to afford.
Yeah. I think the next question would be, how affordable is your artwork? Can we get a range?
Well,
and what determines that price?
Well, the price in art is very, very generic. It depends on who you're meeting, your environment, perhaps
how emotionally attached you are to it, or how appreciated it is by the consumer.
So, ideally, you know, in terms of take home, you know, that's in terms of pricing.
Yeah.
It's like I mentioned. Yeah. It has to do with somebody who is appreciating it.
So, what inspires you to draw, and how do you know, or to, rather not to draw, to paint? And how do you know when to go abstract or when to go life form? I don't know if the opposite of abstract. What's the opposite of abstract?
It's more or less like realism.
Realism.
So naturalism.
How do you get inspired, and what determines whether your next piece is going to be abstract or realism?
I think it comes from within. You know, first and foremost, my society, you know, is my specimen. You know, they are, you know, my subjects where I drop inspirations. Now, as this thought is being incubated in the mind, in terms of renditions, I just look at that approach that will help me deliver it, you know, seamlessly. That is the one I go for.
We're going to take a look at your artwork one by one, and perhaps maybe you give us a bit more context to the pieces that we'll be looking at. So let's take a look at our very first one here. Now, that, for instance, it reminds me of what Ikoyi used to be like in the 80s. If you remember, there used to be so many trees and parks.
Yes.
So what's the inspiration behind that, and what's it called?
Well, that's balmy day, sunny day. And we are looking at vegetations, you know, preservation of our ecosystem and all that. That's just...
All right. We have another one. Let's see another one now in just about a minute. I love any art form that actually has to do with nature, because I just think it's just wholesome. Now, that's I think it must be a lady.
Breast on the tape. That's breast on the tape.
Okay.
It's a figurative terms. You know,
it's a made-up word? You made up the word?
No. You can Google it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it mean?
It has to do with, you know, hope. We're looking at hope. We're looking at, you know, aspirations. The light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, that when...
okay.
Yes.
So okay, it's like a runner.
Yes.
I get it now.
He has attained. You know,
I didn't see that. I saw something
after
else.
all the work, after all the commitment.
Yeah, you're finally getting
success.
to the finish line.
Success is certain at the end.
Now that has an effect on me now.
Most of my works, you know, they comes with.
We come
story.
to this now. These I notice you have quite a number of abstract work, and this is one of them. It's very colorful and captivating. Yes, hanging on a wall. I would try to define it, but I don't think my definition might be exactly what the painter was going for. So there's a million definitions to any abstract work that you can get. So what is your real definition for this piece?
This one, like I said, this one is more of the post-impressionist, the post-impressionistic approach, you know, where you have a lot of distortion from the normal human anatomy. Now, this one, I titled this one, Grateful Hearts.
Grateful Hearts.
Yes. You know, in our situation, the situation we find ourselves today, instead of complaining, why not be grateful? You know, and I believe it is in the process of giving that thanks, you know, that, you know, the situation is bound to improve.
Well, Mr. Henry, you have such beautiful pieces, and we've enjoyed a couple of them, haven't you? Thank you very much for gracing us with these, and we're sure that you're going to have more. Are we looking forward to an exhibition anytime soon?
Yes, this year is loaded. By August, let me just give this one because that's the main one. By August, you know, will be my class, the class of Auchi 1999.
Okay.
You know, we will be celebrating our our 25th years.
Okay.
You know, anniversary after.
Okay,
graduation.
so that will it'll take the form of a
big show.
Nice. Fantastic.
The show will be here to also herald it.
Mr. Henry, thank you very much for gracing us, like I said from before. And do stay tuned, everyone at home, because we've got more art inside the Artsy Thursday for you here on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be back.
So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues.
Rightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
Welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. I'm still here with Chef Bolanle, and if you're just joining us, we're making tapioca pudding and gizdodo, right? And as you can see, I'm sure you're wondering what are fruits doing here for that. Is literally to garnish the tapioca pudding. And of course, we have coconut flakes here as well, apples, some grapes for that.
You can add strawberry.
You can add strawberries, kiwi, you can do whatever fruits you like, pineapples, bananas, whatever, right? Okay, so I was wondering, why is our paprika not on the fire yet?
So we can put it side by side. Yes.
You know. Let's do that. So we're frying our plantain, right? For our giz jojo. So is this water in this pot enough?
It's fine.
Do we need it to be hot?
We need it oil.
We need it hot. Boiling.
Yes.
It's not boiling yet, so let's just wait a bit.
Okay. Is it on?
Boiling.
I'm not sure it's on.
Yes, it is on.
Okay.
But let me double check. Yes. So let's just wait for a few minutes for that to start boiling. So in case you're just joining us or in case you want to take this recipe down, you have the ingredients on your screen. You have tapioca pudding and gizdodo, right? So we have for the ingredients, tapioca granules. We have milk, coconut milk.
Coconut milk.
Today, you can decide to use regular milk if you'd like. We have exotic fruits for garnish. Right here, we have apples, grapes. We have coconut flakes as well. Flakes. We have sweetener. You can either decide to use honey or sugar. We have gizzard, that's for the gizdodo parts. We have plantain, we have oil to fry. We have seasoning, we have salt, we have pepper, scotch bonnet, bell peppers, and of course onions. Yep. And for the scotch bonnet, we're using the red, the yellow, and the green. Yes. I mean, I think it seems like a pretty straightforward dish.
Yes, easy to make.
Easy to make, right? It's not too complicated. I just don't understand. Like, you know, there are people that like I don't like complications with food.
The simpler the better.
The simpler, I'm telling you, like
simpler the better. And we don't have time in Lagos.
We don't have time in Lagos. We actually
just mix it up.
Exactly.
Fast.
Quickly. Yeah, and you're done. All right, that's good. So, I mean, how is it? So, yeah, you're telling me about your cooking experience. And so I was asking, I mean, what is that thing that keeps you going when you're cooking?
Going?
Right? Yeah.
Basically, I like feeding people. I like seeing the excitement on their faces.
And their faces when they're eating your food.
When they're eating my food.
Okay.
You know, when you get paid to do something and they still tell you thank you and they pray for you.
Yeah, they enjoy it.
That's the thing for me.
For me, it's the paid. It's the paid. It's the paid. But then again, even before you got paid to do it, you literally still did it. Like,
I still do it.
Yeah.
I feed my family. I feed friends, neighbors.
All right, amazing. Okay, so while our gizzard is frying, are we not frying the other plantain?
We will.
We are, Abby? Okay, we will. All right, and now on the couch we have Mazino, I'm assuming. Or is it Titi? Okay, Titi, why are you looking like Mazino?
I borrowed Mazino's wig today.
All right.
But I actually have a really interesting quote before we begin. It says here, "Oh, what joy it is to exist in the eyes of the little girl who dreams so freely, so uninhibited, and so sure of her belief that she wills will come to pass. Whatever she wills will come to pass."
Absolutely.
And that's a quote from the back of this book. And the name of the book for today is Ginger Aid, The Ginger Power. It's a coloring and mindset transformation book. And when you see books like this, it reminds you of your childhood. This morning we have Amina Gbajabiamila on the couch. Now, she is an avid socialpreneur, speaker, coach, transformational lifestylist, and she's the author of the book Ginger Aid. Now, it's targeted at addressing youth wellness, empowerment, and gender equity advocacy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Titi.
All right. Now, when I meet authors like you, especially when you have a smile on your face, I understand why. Because you've put pen to paper. You've put something down that shows how you feel, that you used to express how you really feel about different things in society. It's not the only book you've put together. You also have another one here. It says, The Daring Power of One, impossible. I'm possible. So are you. Amazing. Maybe we'll hold on to this one for a bit. I want to focus on this. Now, if you take a look at the cover, you'll see the illustrations of some very influential women who have done great things. So let's talk a bit about that. When you were putting this book together and you decided to focus on women, talk to us about that journey.
So thank you so much for having me. Good morning, everyone. This book was inspired via my participation in a women's retreat at the end of 2019. And it was a transformational retreat where, for me too, I'm constantly on this self-discovery journey, self-awareness, building my self-esteem and confidence and all whatnot. And on the last day, one of our activities was coloring. And just like you said, it took me completely back to my childhood. It was just such a fulfilling activity that I could do alone or we could do in groups. And as I went through several of the coloring books, one was career-based. And I thought, how beautiful would it be for a young Nigerian child to have a coloring book where there are people who actually look like her. Versus when I was growing up and I colored and nobody really looked like me in any of those coloring books. It was mostly foreigners. So that inspired this, and we thought, how can we make it relatable? We will have people recognizable on the front cover, on the back cover, and the colored center page.
Oh, there is a colored center page.
Yes, there's a colored center page.
It says, I know I can because I already see me doing it. Some really powerful illustrations here. Who is the illustrator?
So our illustrator was a beautiful young lady called El Powell. And it took us a while to find her. So my daughter and I are co-authors of this book. And I was very partial to the African story. So I wanted a young black girl. I really wanted a Nigerian. And on that search, we met Awele Emily. Who had done several illustrations, and I'd seen her work, including some work for the United Nations, for Facebook. We couldn't afford her.
Wow.
So we ended up getting her to just do the cover, the front and back cover, and the center spread. Yes.
And I feel like that is enough.
Yes.
Because the illustrations speak volumes. We have Kamala Harris as one of your first pages inside. And as soon as you see that, you wonder, okay, you understand the direction you're going in, helping especially young girls aspire to be the best they can be. Here it says, it gives a breakdown of who Kamala is, and it gives you the opportunity to color her in.
Yes.
So you spend time on that page. You also get to read about her as a personality.
Absolutely. So now back to the illustrator. This is why we now had to commission a second illustrator, because the whole idea of the book is for young girls to be able to see themselves, you know, in roles that are already women out there that they know. But then we also have abstract roles, right? When I was growing up, the choices were pretty much, you know, doctor, lawyer, maybe pharmacist, engineer, accountant. That has changed. So we really wanted to illustrate the different kinds of roles that young girls can aspire to and give them the liberty to color through in the book as they desire.
So it's interesting the way you've put the roles or career paths next to each other, because I can see here comedian and artist, or for females it would be comedienne maybe, but comedian, a girl can be a comedian and see it as a career path. You also have here actress, model. Now back in the day you probably wouldn't have seen this in any book that had anything to do with career aspiration.
Absolutely. And, you know, again, it's to really explore possibilities. Tagline is, I'm possible, so are you. We really believe that impossible is nothing. It's just a word that exists to, you know, make us panic and fret. But when we spin on it, I'm possible. This really just tells you that I can do anything. Once I put my mind to it, I can do anything. I can be anything. And so, therefore, the message consistently through the book is whatever you're thinking, whatever you're dreaming, you can be it. We also started with some affirmations. So that when young girls engage this book, they can actually just learn.
So I can see those pages here, like almost semi-empty pages that like lined for notes.
Yes.
It says here, envision, affirm, declare. When I grow up, I want to. I'm wondering who, what some young girls would write here. That's probably even so far outside the box that we've not even thought about yet. Because you have here blogger. There was a time you would never have thought of being a blogger as being a career. But I have to ask you now, if your daughter, you know, came to meet you and said, you know, Mommy, I want to be a blogger, you know, with all the, you know, examples here, you know, Kamala Harris is aspiring to be the president of the U.S. and, okay, blogger, really? What sort of conversation would you have with her?
That conversation would be about what is your why?
Okay.
As it would be with any role my daughter or, you know, any of my children select. What is your why? Why do you want to be a blogger?
Okay.
What do you want to be able to achieve with it? Who are you trying to reach? What do you want to say to them?
Okay.
Why? And in your blogging career, how are you going to stretch it? Because it's about having a path and several funnels of the supply chain. So from blogging, there's just so much more. You know, she could become a major writer for magazines, for, you know, journals, for colleges. She can speak on stages. So there's so much that can happen from just being a blogger.
Okay, okay. Now, we've already talked a bit about who it is for, but then I'm thinking, what is the age group, the earliest time you can start this conversation, you know, about careers? Now, you have brought it down to the level of a child who wants to color, but did you have a specific age group in mind?
When we started working on this book, my daughter was about 11 going on 12.
Okay.
And we thought for girls from ages 5. And in the preamble, I actually say 5 to 95. Because women are consistently finding themselves, reinventing ourselves. You know, young girls, even in adult bodies, seem to continuously be on a journey of self-discovery.
All right, now I'm just going to wrap it up by saying this. Young ladies out there, please go ahead and rediscover these joys. Lose yourself and recover yourself as well. 100% guilt-free. And go through these pages. It's an amazing coloring book. I'm really interested in going through it myself. Thank you so much for coming to share this journey with us.
Hashtag you for having me. And I look forward to your feedback when you interact with the book.
Definitely. You'll be getting that. And we'll be asking for your feedback as well. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC or tag us. That's WakeUpNigeriaTVCE on Instagram. And let us know what you think about the book. Stay with us. Wake Up Nigeria continues after this.
So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table.
Welcome back. Now, if you thought the first hour was great, just wait for what we've got in store for the second phase of the show.
Absolutely. Now, I'm beginning to hope that I wish that I was the one who had that last interview. I wanted one of those books for my daughter.
Yeah, but that's not so hard now.
I know it's not actually.
It's not. It's not.
So if you didn't catch that last interview, it was very interesting. That means you're just waking up. But anyhow, welcome. It's still going to be a good second hour here for you. We're diving deeper into the feel-good vibes for what is a Thursday here. Welcome in a Friday. By the way, it's the first of the month for February 2024. Boy, we made it.
So this is what we say, it's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
It's going to be a good one, and in usual fashion, that's why we have such a beautiful kitchen set today with so many delicious things.
So much plantain.
Plantain is godly. Winfrey, what's happening in there?
A lot is happening in here. I'm still here with Chef Bolanle, and we're making tapioca, pudding, and giz dodo. And as you can see, it's actually on the way. So the plantains are fried, the giz dodo is fried. I'm actually about to put the tapioca in the pot.
In the boiling water?
Yes. So, yeah. That's what's happening right about now.
Oh, look at the plantain.
Correct.
I'll be right back. I need to go. There's something I need to do. In the
Focus on the tapioca, leave plantain alone.
Winfrey is working finally.
No, what do you mean by that?
You got this, right? I'll be right back.
You better stay here.
Okay. All right.
I've got a piece of trivia for Bolanle. Bolanle, please help me out by completing the lyrics. Bolanle, fine
baby, Bolanle.
Do you know the song?
Yes.
You know it?
I know.
I think, who was that? It was me that I asked. I don't remember. It's Junior and Pretty.
Remember. Junior and Pretty.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very long time ago. That's how old I am.
Exactly. His name is Mazino Appeal.
And she's, of course, Titio Issa.
Wow, nice one.
Thank you guys for seeing us on GoTV Channel 16 and of course Channel 49 for UHF, 121 for Star Times. You guys are welcome anywhere you choose.
May they never forget your name, and may you never forget our Instagram handle. That's WakeupnigeriaTVC.
Yes, indeed.
And of course our hashtag WakeupNigeria on TVC.
On TVC, yeah.
Is really special. Android, iOS, no matter what you're using, our app is available for you to watch us live from wherever you might be.
All right, now we got more inside of this hour. Of course, hey, we can't stop celebrating the special people who see Wake Up Nigeria every single day and your friends and family that you want to shout out to. That's why we have the breakfast shout out for birthdays, and you will be celebrating those special friends and family in just about a bit.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything.
We have Michael, Evalube Michael. His stage name is Big Bobby. Now, he's a youngin' and he's a talented musical artist. Now, he's been on the scene for quite a bit with a contemporary sound, and it's going to be an interesting performance you do not want to miss.
I'ma be there for you, for you. You they give me inner joy, yeah, you give me joy. Because of your big give I go to church, follow you now most, read as
We'll also have a conversation with another diasporian music artist, Eze Kingsley Chibueze, professionally known as the X's Fan. Now, his melodious cadence graced the airways with the release of his debut single titled The One in the year 2018, marking the commencement of a prolific musical odyssey. Now, beyond the studio, X's Van is also a very, very active, in the grassroots entertainment system, let's call it so. So we'll be having a good conversation with him when he gets here on our couch.
Then, of course, we'll be having Lucky Ifeanyichukwu Alex, serial and seasoned actor and pioneer of the National Troupe of Nigeria, under the leadership of Chief Hubert Ogunde, the #1 theater icon in Nigeria. Now, that is a conversation you do not want to miss.
And together, I would like to say welcome to February.
Yeah.
And we've got a very big question for you. Now, everybody looked forward to the end of the
Do you have a Valentine?
Wow.
It's not that. It's too early.
It's too early. How is it too early?
It's too early already.
He who fails to plan plans to fail. Don't let them trick you. It's not too early.
It's not all about Valentine's. Let's take note. But the bigger question is, since January, the 6 weeks of January ended, and you got paid perhaps yesterday, our question to you is...
Or did you?
What are you using your first salary for 2024 for? What are you going to use yours for?
Well, first fruit is supposed to be...
First fruit.
Well, first fruit, okay, yeah, first fruit is January, but when he said February, it just...
No, I mean,
January
January salary.
What
are you going to do
January
with it?
salary, Well, yeah, first fruit, very important. No, very important. That is actually very important.
She's not done. Is she done?
Yeah, I'm not done.
She's not done.
But the thing is, all the people you've been owing.
Damn.
All the debts you collected in December.
Just clear everything first. Why? Why? Because February is a shorter month, so your next salary is going to come earlier. So
you think?
Yeah.
We always think that it's shorter because it's only just a couple of days shorter.
But it is still shorter. It doesn't count.
Well, activities kicked in January, so I'm expecting that things for everybody would have, will yield inside of February and more money.
Marcelo, what do you do with yours?
What do I do with the school fees, rent, and insurance, all on the same month?
Oh.
As in ridiculous. Plan your expenses, plan your scheduled expenses better than I have mine. School fees, insurance, and what's it called?
I forgot they had pay school fees.
No, it's the insurance part. I just remembered.
Bad idea. Don't do it. Be careful.
Listen and be careful.
Insurance is not a bad idea. Please, it is a very good idea. Please do it.
You know what I mean is make it
on the same month.
Oh, okay.
Reschedule it.
All right.
Let's do the weather now. We got more inside the next 45 minutes or less.
Welcome back. Now it's about time for us to celebrate you and your loved ones. Yeah, send a WhatsApp message, send an SMS, send a tweet. You know what? Just tell everyone it's time for birthday shout-outs. Now, a lot of birthdays happening in the month of February, but we're going to wrap it up by one of the last ones for January. Shodipe Esther Bukola, happy birthday. January 31st was your birthday, and we're appreciating you. All of us at TVC are appreciating you, including Mr. Roland.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday to Nike Nimot Oluwole. 1st of February is your birthday, and this is courtesy Babalawo.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more. I wish you long life and prosperity.
The next birthday shout-out goes to Jamal Badmus. 1st of February is your birthday as well. Happy birthday from Badmus Taiwo, your daddy.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday to Adebukola Adenuga. 1st of February is your birthday as well. This is courtesy Olamide.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
The next birthday shout out goes to Emmanuel Matthew Ochege. 1st of February is your birthday as well. Alhaji is celebrating you.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday to Kenny Ogunkoya. February 2nd is your birthday. This is courtesy Omi Shore.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
Happy birthday to Ogedengwe Babatunde. February 4th is your birthday. Now this is a shout out from your family.
This day is your day, and I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
A very happy birthday shout out going to Timmy Phoenix. February 5th is your birthday. Zay Zay is celebrating you.
Your day, and I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything.
Happy birthday to Muhammad Bello. 5th of February is your birthday. Toyib Bello, your dad, is celebrating you.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Now this next birthday shout out is extra special to me specifically. Happy birthday to Mrs. E.O. Oyedele. That's my grandmother. That's my mom. Mom, 1st of February is your birthday, ma'am. We celebrate you. All the Oyin sons and, of course, the Adelagoon sending this shout out. Happy birthday, Grandma.
This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday to Okuni Fumilayo Taiwo. 6th of February is your birthday. Now this shout out is coming from your son and Mr. Samuel.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for.
Happy birthday to each and every one of you celebrating this February and beyond. May God bless you and keep you. May He meet you at the point of your needs. May this be the best year yet. Loads of great greetings to you this February. We have so much more coming your way right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
Ready for school? Yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transform every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days.
Hello there. Here is a golden opportunity for you to be one of the ladies of your view. You think you have what it takes to be one of us, and you're from the Northeast, Northwest, and even the Southeast. If you believe you have what it takes to be one of the ladies of your view, post a 1-minute video of yourself telling us why you think you can be one of the ladies of your view. Hashtag the ladies of your view, and we'll love to invite you for an audition. If you make the cut, you start your journey to becoming one of the ladies of your view. We can't wait to have you on the table. See you soon.
Get ready.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We're still here at Wake Up Nigeria, and right about now it's time for a musical performance. We have with us Ebalume Michael, widely recognized by his stage name, Big Bobby. How are you, Big Bobby?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm great.
You're great. Why did you choose the name Big Bobby as your stage name?
Yeah, I'm big and I'm Bobby, and it's double B for a reason because, you know.
You're big and you're Bobby.
Yeah, I'm big and I'm Bobby.
Okay, so what's the song you're performing for us today?
Yeah, Inner Joy. This one's for the ladies out there. You know, it's the Valentine's season. So we're trying to like spread love.
Oh, okay, great. Do you have a Valentine?
No.
You don't have?
No,
What are you not singing for?
I'm singing for the people that have, you know.
All right, amazing. Are you ready to perform? Yeah. Take it away.
Okay.
G-Fame.
Wherever you are, whatever it takes, I'ma be there for you, for you. You they give me inner joy, yeah, you give me joy. Because of your big ikebe, I go to church. Follow you now must, read Exodus. Baby, I go fight for you, Spartacus. Now she is capable, she get the vibe. Now she be portable. And she is fancy too, she show me love. I know who got she cruise. Now she is capable, she get the vibe. Now she be portable. Now she is fancy too, she show me love. I know who got she cruise.
John Pasha can't push you. From my head to my toes, you be touching me, darling. I bought a new jacuzzi. Come over to my crib, let's have a pool party. Until my living rent free. In my head, oh my shawty. I like the way you're moving. In my bed, oh my baby. Oh, para Jesus. Now I use cover my eye. I find you good moms. That one with the honey, baba. Yeah, she tell me sorry, oh. Say, baby, no waste my time. Could it be while you? I need you to come online.
Now she's capable, she get the vibe. Now she be portable. And she's fancy too, she show me love. I know who got she cruise. Now she's capable, she get the vibe. Now she be portable. Now she's fancy too, she show me love. I know who got she cruise. Wherever you are, whatever it takes, I'ma be there for you, for you. Audio God.
Welcome back, and we have another guest here with us on the couch, diasporan music artist Eze Kingsley Chibueze, otherwise known as X's Van. Don't worry, I'll ask him about that in just about a bit. He's got a very unique style of music, and today he is here to talk about what he's been up to since 2018 when he had that one music track, The One, out. You are welcome, X's Van.
Thank you so
Everybody's asking, Kingsley versus X's Van, where's the connection? What's up with X's Van?
X's Van, I actually got this name from way back in university days.
Okay.
From my classmates.
Oh, okay. What university? What did you study?
Nnamdi Azikiwe. I actually studied political science.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, but now you're doing music.
Yes, I had to switch.
Oh, yeah, hey, nobody's. We're not. Well, you're not doing music. You didn't start here in Nigeria, did you? Or did you start here in Nigeria? Because you're from the diaspora. You reside in Austria, yeah?
Yes, I started my musical career in Austria.
Okay.
Yeah, that was where I started. But when I was in school in Nigeria and university, I was into a cappella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was where I discovered my talent. You know, yeah.
I'm happy you said a cappella because this means that you can actually perform here unplugged for us. Give us a few here and there. But let's talk about music in Austria when it comes to the Nigerian taste for music. Our kind of music. Is it something that's embraced in Austria where you reside?
Actually, over there in Austria, they are way more focused in hip-hop.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, just hip-hop. Because Afrobeat in Austria is not really relevant for them.
For now.
For now, it's not relevant. You know, so I was just doing my thing because I have passion for.
So your style of music is what exactly?
Afrobeat.
Afrobeat, but you still are doing it in Austria.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but now you're back here in Nigeria. You and Chris Brown. So, is it that you guys have noted that there is there's money to be made with Afrobeat here in Nigeria? Am I correct? And is that why you're here? Are you taking advantage of the sudden burst of activity when it comes to attention from the outside world on Afrobeat? Is that why you're attempting to come back and perhaps make it bigger here?
Yes, the truth is that over there in Austria, I was dropping my songs, my music videos, and the whites in Austria weren't really appreciating my effort. You know, they just look at it and just pass away. But when my Nigerian fans listen to my songs and watch the video, they get captivated. I get positive feedbacks from them. Nice. So a lot of people keep saying, X's Van, you need to come down to Nigeria and elevate your career.
Exactly.
I mean, I felt like this is the right time to come home and do the right thing, because there are a lot of superstars, musical superstars in Nigeria. They were, previously living in abroad, and when they came back to Nigeria, they, from there they elevate.
Everybody knows about the big three: Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy. But if we put those three aside, since you've been back in Nigeria, who's caught your attention? And I'm talking maybe the B class, let's put it that way. Who's caught your attention?
Well, it's no other person than Rude Boy.
Rude Boy, really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's one of the legends. I love listening to his songs.
Nice.
Most of his lyrics gives meaning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. But you've also noticed that inside of Afrobeat, there are different little sections, or
I'm telling you,
section everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're dividing into maybe a bit of Amapianos here and there, a bit of EDM here and there.
The new version of Amapiano.
Yeah, it's still all Afrobeats. But I want to take you on that challenge for that a cappella. I don't know. You've got a track coming out soon on the 3rd. What's it called?
That's correct. Girl Cook Badu.
It's called Badu.
Girl Cook Badu.
Girl Cook Badu.
Yeah, I mean it's the language.
It's
more
Yoruba,
like Yoruba, yeah.
But you're from what part of the country exactly?
Igbo.
Igbo. Then you're singing Yoruba song.
In the
it's not bad.
I mean, I just felt like to mix it up with Yoruba and Igbo.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, so you mix things up inside of the track.
That's the only way I could do it better.
That's good. So it's dropping on the 3rd. That's on Saturday.
The 3rd of February, yeah.
So what I would like to do is perhaps maybe if we could get like a taste of what it's gonna sound like. If you could give us like a little a cappella.
Okay, sure. Why not?
He came ready, guys. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, if I need to last, I for carry my mind come out. If I need to last, I for no near you the much, but you too fine. You chop my cash, but I know mine. I gave you all of my heart. Now you are telling me bye-bye. You promised to be my rainbow in cloudy weather. You promised me that we will last forever. You're my oxygen. Take my breath away. When you're not with me, babe, it's hard to breathe.
I felt funny because I felt like you were singing to me. Please, Winfrey, come let us sing to you. I don't like this. But that's fantastic. That's great. Have you had a small listening party, and what was the reception, if you've had one, for the track yet?
Yeah, I'm yet to do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, like I just came back to Nigeria, and I'm kind of like trying to, set up my my crew, my
foot on the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what do you think the reception is going to be like for your music?
Live band.
Okay. All right. If I was to ask who you would like to, since you're back here, who you'd like to collaborate with, apart from Rude Boy, Burna Boy, Wizkid, and David O, who could it be? Who might it be?
You mean aside from Burna Boy, Wizkid?
The big three and then Rude Boy. Apart from them, who would you like to do music with here in Nigeria? Who do you think?
I have someone in mind. I just wish I could get in touch with him.
Yeah, say the name. Maybe they're listening.
Odumo the Black.
Odumo, what is it? Odumo the Black? What's going on?
He's a genius, man. I just love the way he raps.
Absolutely natural.
Bringing something different in Afrobeat.
Yeah.
He came with some kind of uniqueness.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind.
I think the word is true. It's absolutely true. There's no airs about his mode of rapping. It's just, hey, I'm a Nigerian and
that's true.
What did I go do with this? Thing. I like it too. Listen, man, we can't wait to see and hear this new track for Saturday, dropping on Saturday. What are the streams, or how do we get to hear it?
Yes, I'll be dropping the song on 3rd of February, and it will be streamed on different platforms.
Okay, grand.
Spotify, iTunes.
We'll listen out.
TikTok, everywhere on the platform. Just go platform.
Well, hey, XS Van, great to have you on the show. Thank you for that little piece of acapella. I'm going to allow you go now so you can sing to Winfrey and the ladies, not me. But that was fantastic. Thank you indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, do stay tuned. We've got a little bit more for Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay. Don't go anywhere.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas. It shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
Yes, indeed. It's time for us to welcome our final guest for today. Lucky Alex Ifeanyichukwu. He is a serial and seasoned actor, one of the pioneers of the National Troupe of Nigeria under the leadership of Chief Hubert Ogunde. Now, he is one of, in fact, he's the #1 theater icon in Nigeria, if you ask me. And he's also gone around the world with the troupe.
Yeah, of course, definitely. And of course, he's also a professional actor, musician, dancer, production management, soundtracks, films, like a whole, I mean, when it comes to the movie industry, right? It's the movie scene, you are all over it. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. It's amazing having you here.
Thank you so much.
You're so just chilling and relaxed, like you're home.
Yeah, this one, I know I used to have a program here in those days, a Fun Time. It's my children program. So I was one of the producers. So.
No wonder he's so relaxed at home.
It's like, this is my territory.
TVC is my home.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back home then.
Thank you.
Welcome back home. I'm so interested in the national troupe.
Yes.
Now, for a lot of, should I say, young people out there that don't know what the national troupe is about, let's actually explain what the national troupe represents.
All right. National troupe is actually, the government thought it twice that they needed to export our culture abroad. So they now employed the services of the Chief Dr. Hubert Ogunde, then the late Steve Rose, who is a musicologist as well, to go around the country and audition people. They went around the whole states in Nigeria to audition people to come to Lagos.
Amazing.
You know, so we camped at Ogun State. Where we had a serious military training.
Wow.
Yes.
Military training?
Military training, exactly, as an actor.
As an actor.
Yeah.
So none of this, you know, soft acting that we see now.
We even have about 200 people. At the end of the day, you wake up in the morning and find out that, where am I now? It's gone.
Oh, wow.
It was too tough for some people.
Too tough for some people. You have to jog. You don't like just military training. So some of them disappeared.
Wow.
From 200, we now have 105 left.
Wow. That's
Before the final thing, we had 89 people left.
You were one of those people standing.
So that's some serious grooming, right?
Grilling.
So, exactly. So the national troupe thing is when you're able to get a national troupe, that's the apex of Nigerian theater. So it was planned to promote our culture abroad.
So now, would you say that training, as it were, was important to what the main goal was, to export the culture?
Of course.
What role did it play?
Sure. The training.
Wow.
You know, people talk about it because if the energy and the, you know, when you're playing drums, so your hand is almost as fast as the computer, you know, and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of strong training to be able to do that. Yeah, yes. So we were able to conquer all those really kind of.
I'm actually so interested in you know, in your view on this now. When it comes to how the industry is today, that discipline, do you think we're even close to it now?
Did you say discipline?
All right, so give us your opinion on it.
You want me to go there?
Yes, please go there.
Yeah, go there.
I remember when an artist is called for a rehearsal, you know, not these days now, they give you script, you read and go and shoot.
Yeah.
That's why you take months of rehearsals.
Yeah.
But then they will call an artist for rehearsal.
Yeah.
Call time is 8 o'clock.
Okay.
He or she will stroll in at 12. And it will tell you, please, I have another shoot in the next 1 hour, please. So I have just 45 minutes to spend with you.
Wow. This is for a rehearsal?
Yes. Not for the shoot. For a shoot.
For the shoot. Okay. Interesting.
These days, even for rehearsals, usually, I think it's few people are trying to bring back stage rehearsing now. We don't do rehearsals anymore.
Wow.
Don't rehearsal, just pick up a script and go through it, just memorize it, and here you go. That's why we have a story type kind of acting all the time. Same people, same acting, same, you know, so these days the discipline is no longer there. It's not there, I will tell you that. It's only few, and the only people that still have the same discipline are those who were trained in those days. See these newbies, like where?
But then again, okay, so now with all of that, right, the discipline not being, what would you have to say about that?
Well, hey, you know, these days we have people streaming, watch whatever you want to watch.
Yeah.
The fact is that we don't sell our culture.
Okay. We don't sell it. But there are quite a few of the movies really doing quite well on streaming platforms now, and people are getting more enlightened about, especially the Yoruba culture. Would you agree?
You see, Yoruba, I give it to them.
Okay.
That was why the first thing I said, but yeah, that's Yoruba.
Okay.
Yoruba people
Mm.
are the best.
Oh, okay.
They started this thing. You know, my Igbo brothers tried to follow suit, but you see, Yoruba kept on. You know, they keep that culture going.
Okay. Okay.
They are dominated. Every time they dominated, Ogun, they started this thing and they maintained it.
Okay.
What's called NEC started the Igbo thing, but they couldn't maintain it.
Okay.
Everybody keep diving into Western culture, and they say Western. What about our own culture? We don't do that. Oyibo want to see how African culture looks like.
Okay. True.
We keep replicating the same thing that they are giving to us, and you cannot do better than them.
In their way.
Very true. Very true.
That's a problem.
So I know that you're on a project called Chatham.
Yes.
Let's talk a bit about that before we go too deep into some other issues.
Mokwe follow suit. He's an epic man who sells Nigerian culture.
Okay, fantastic. And you're definitely about the culture.
Culture!
How many episodes are we talking now for?
About 130 episodes.
130?
Beautiful. I'm not saying it. He even said it himself. This is my best production I've done in a while.
Wow, fantastic.
He has done so many on the Riona, Ajoche, DJ, and Itura. So I'm one of them. I mean, about three of them: DJ, Itura, and Chetam. Chetam is a big one. I mean, it's a big one. Just don't. I'm not trying to promote Chetam.
Okay.
But it represents our culture. What culture is? What Nigerian culture is.
Storyline?
Yeah.
It's a love story.
Okay.
A beautiful love story, and also on the other hand, there's a DJ. I mean, also an Ichi, you know, a Dibia, who was supposed to be the mouthpiece of the gods.
Okay.
Picked up a young boy who was abandoned, who was rejected by his friends, to be his assistant. But the guy was so ambitious. He decided to kill the main Dibia.
Wow, wow.
For him to become the Dibia.
So that's where the story begins. And 130 episodes later, only goodness knows where that story is going to go to. So I can see how excited he is.
Yeah.
No. Because I felt I'm so elated that I'm part of that production.
Yeah. So in what ways would you say the story of Nigeria was really told? The culture was represented properly?
You know, you see, like now, like I was saying the other time, our marriages, our love life, our love life. I said, when I see talking about culture, we threw it away. They don't even recognize our tradition with the marriage anymore.
Wow.
They say white wedding.
Wow. White wedding.
So where is it we have lost our culture? If let me say, for example, now if I still give it to Yoruba people, I beg.
Wow. You know what? We know that this conversation could continue for ages.
Yes.
And we'll probably go into some areas that might become a bit delicate.
Yeah.
But we've been anticipating that plantain in the kitchen. Of course. I hope you're hungry.
The aroma.
All right. Let's head over to the kitchen with our guest. Please join us.
All right.
Yes, so
All right. Welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And I have here with me Chef Bolanle. She's been hard at work creating this from scratch just for you. We'd like for you to try it out. Tell us what you think about it. Chef, tell us what exactly is in there.
Okay, we have tapioca pudding, garnished with fruits, coconut flakes, milk, and sugar if you would like to use. Okay. And of course, giz dodo. Basically, gizzard and plantain, fried, then stir-fried with veggies and garnished with bell peppers.
Okay, this is dodo.
Yes.
I told them when I die, they should make sure that they put dodo. I agree with you. You understand what I'm saying? I love all the family of plantain. I'm telling you now. Well, I told them when I die, just put behind.
So you have the one you cook on the farm, plantain farm.
Exactly. No. Put the dodo inside the cup.
Please do taste. Titi, want to help him with the sugar inside of the tapioca?
Some sugar here.
Would you like some sugar?
Okay, let me test it first and see what I do. Let's deal with the dodo first.
The dodo, I know, yeah. I agree with you.
So this plating is
Try some of the gizzards too to go with the dodo.
Is it the same dodo?
It's the same.
Are you serious?
Wow. All right, he's going in again. Yes. All right.
Okay, let's try this one.
Oh, wow.
No sugar yet.
No sugar yet.
Does it need sugar?
I don't do sugar.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Bolanle. Thank you very much, Bolanle.
Well done.
Thanks
Beautiful.
for having me.
Well, from here, it's been a grand show. We've enjoyed it. From looking out from outside into the studios, we're hoping that we delivered for a Thursday. Thank you very much for joining us all the way since 7 a.m. We've got one more to go for the week, don't we?
Yes, Friday. But once again, happy new month, everyone. February begins now.
All right,
7
people.
a.m. tomorrow, yeah?
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Today, there are many complex, boring, expensive, and